Meet the Himalayan mountain goat, a creature whose entire survival blueprint consists of wearing rubberized hoof crampons and pretending that vertical plummeting is just fake news. But today, standing on a ledge narrower than an unpaid parking ticket, 3 of these mountain climbing milk cannons are in deep, unsalvageable trouble. A pack of Tibetan dholes, essentially feral street dogs operating on a hive mind contract of pure, relentless harassment, has trapped them against a sheer granite cliff. Normally, this is where the goats panic, slip on loose gravel, and turn into high-altitude appetizers. Dholes don't offer clean or fair fights. They specialize in persistent, stamina-draining endurance hunts across flat scree, where goat hooves lose their traction advantage. You'd think this was game over, right? Think again. Because these aren't helpless, herbivorous victims. They are cold, calculating biological sociopaths, playing 4-dimensional tactical chess with the regional food chain. Instead of bleating for mercy or attempting a suicidal plunge into the canyon, the lead goat turns its back on the approaching canine death squad, looks directly up at a pitch-black cliff overhang, and lets out an ear-splitting, echoing distress call. Is it a desperate plea to the cosmos? Absolute nonsense. It's a targeted noise complaint delivered straight to the worst landlord in the Himalayas. Deep inside the shadow of the overhang rests a 200-pound snow leopard, a solitary, apex predator whose entire personality can be summarized as weaponized social anxiety and extreme territorial rage. Snow leopards do not share real estate. They definitely do not tolerate 10 screaming, uninvited wild dogs throwing a loud frat party inside their private bedroom cave. Will the dholes realize they're walking into a butcher shop before it's too late? Not a chance. Before the pack can even process why their easy prey is screaming at the ceiling drops on them. 200 pounds of sheer muscle, dense winter fur, and absolute biological hatred plunges 20 feet straight into the center of the dhole formation with a bone-rattling roar. The lead goat doesn't even flinch. It merely takes one calm step back, glances at its buddy, and effectively says, "Workplace hazard neutralized, time to clear out." While the dholes instantly pivot from apex pursuers to screaming victims of a localized feline hurricane, the goat herd executes their exit strategy. And this is where evolutionary physics gets utterly ridiculous. Mountain goats possess a center of gravity so absurdly low and hoof pads so preternaturally sticky that they can treat a 90-degree wall like a horizontal highway. As the snow leopard tears through the dhole pack, carving up dog group dynamics like an unhinged demolition derby, the 3 goats initiate an agile escape pivot. The lead goat leaps sideways, not down, not forward, but directly off the vertical granite face, bouncing off a secondary outcrop like an aggressive rubber ball, completely clearing the bloody conflict zone below. Can the dholes follow? Not unless they'd like to fall 300 feet into the gorge while actively being disemboweled by a giant cat. The dholes' endurance-focused group mechanics are completely useless against a solitary shock and awe predator, ambushing them at point-blank range in a bottleneck choke point. It's a complete structural meltdown of the pack's tactical playbook. By the time the snow leopard finishes teaching the remaining dholes an unforgettable lesson in Himalayan property rights, the goats are already 300 meters up the summit, calmly chewing cud and watching the biological chaos unfold like a prime-time reality television drama. They didn't just survive an unwinnable encounter. They mapped out the local predator territories, calculated the territorial triggers of an apex feline, and outsourced their own security detail to a lethal monster who had no idea it was being used as a biological proxy weapon. Evolution didn't just give these goats mountain hooves, it gave them cold-blooded tactical genius. And somewhere down below, a very confused snow leopard is left wondering why it just spent its entire afternoon doing free pest control for a bunch of livestock.